So let's see what we can do in GBP pairs. Right now I'm looking at GBPJPY, and this trend line, I have changed this from here to here because now we have a new high over here. But if you see, this is making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, again lower low, and here it break this previous lower high. So the probability of GBP JPY is now going up. If you see this, it break this trend line, come back to the trend line. This is our zone of interest, come back to our zone of interest, again go up, come back to this zone of interest. We missed that trade from a couple of pips, then now it is going up. So on upper side, my zone of interest will be this level, so I'll place a alert over here. I might not take trade at this high, because now it is making higher high, higher low. So next zone will be this 184.2 to 184.4. so it's a 20 pips of zone approx. My usually stop loss is around 50 pips, and I don't care about RRR ratio, so I just care about the pullback. So if the pullback done like 30-40 pips, I closed my 80-85% of trade, and rest I keep it as a runner. So maybe if it goes like more downward, then the runner gave me a good amount of profit. So majority of my trade I close at 30 to 40 pips. I'll see the situation, sometimes 30, sometimes 40 pips. So this is a zone of interest for me to sell, and at bottom my zone will be remain at this near 100 EMA. So the EMA is moved a little bit, if you see on a daily time frame. So I'll move this, and 180, 300. But if we see, if we draw the fib over here, so this will give a more clarity picture. So it's 61 fib at 180, 200. So this is still remain valid for me, because there are two confluences, 100 EMA and 61 fib. So this is again a good zone of interest for me, and this is now not a valid zone. So if it might be possible that it comes to this zone at 181 level, it's a round number and it's a 50 fib, then it may show a pullback. But this is definitely, so I take only the high probability trade, I don't take much risk. So on higher side, this is a zone of interest for me, and this is also a zone of interest for me. And if you see the distance, it's almost like from here 166 pips, it's 200 pips. So the probability going over there is higher. As we can see, the trend is changing on a daily time frame. On a 4-hour time frame, let's see if we see any. So it's right now it's consolidating. If you see this, it's consolidating at this area. So if it break this level 182.89 or 182.9, then it will definitely go to this area. And so 1, 2, 3. So if it break this, then this is the zone where we can buy. So we are not keeping very much of, it's only 50 pips we are targeting by risking 40 pips. So I don't, as I told, I don't care about RRR ratio. I care about the probability of the trade, the winning ratio of the trade. So my winning ratio is usually more than 75-80%. So that's why I don't care about RRR. I take small profit and I go out. And let's see GBPUSD. So GBPUSD, this is a good zone of interest for me. It's although it's a 236 fib, but if we draw fib from here, so it reacted at 382, then it reacted at 382, now it is reacted at 382 again, so it's going back. So at GU the trend is downward right now. If it's see, it's making higher low only. It didn't came to this level, but it didn't break the previous high, so then it again came to this level and create a higher low. So the trend is not break yet, it's on the downward side only. So at lower we, if we see on a daily time frame, okay, so you see the trend is right now on a downward only. So this is a good zone of interest for me because it's quite far right now. If we are seeing from here 100 pips, so again, and if we see previous levels, so I'm on a higher side. If I'm drawing fib from here, so this is also a good zone for me, this 60 fib. So we can see a small pullback from here to here, so it's almost like 55 pips. So this is also a good zone of interest for me. And if you see, it reacted previous as well. Let's see earlier what happened over here. If you see this and this, both are a good zone. So I'm looking at the previous level, so because this area has already paid me well earlier, so I'm not considering this area. I'll consider this one, 1.22378. so this might give a good opportunity. Let's see the other pair, GBPNZD. This is my favorite pair. It is going toward our zone of interest, so let's see. I'll delete this fib. I'll delete. Now let's draw a fib from this last zone. Right now it's at 50, so but I think because of the timing, 50 had already paid earlier, so the next zone for me is this. So I'll move this to there. So if you see, this is a nice zone earlier as well. It paid well, really well. This was a good zone as well, 2.09, but for me, if it reached to 2.0976, so it's a good zone of interest for me at the top side. And at the bottom side, this is still a valid zone for me, so I might move this to this. I'll take a trade over here. This is a good zone for me. I'll definitely take trade here. See, it has given me earlier as well, but right now it's quite far. So if it move like 300 pips down, to definitely this will be a good zone for me. And if on the upper side it's 122 pips, but if I'll see from here, from where it came down, it's more than 200 pips. So definitely this will be my next zone of interest for GBPNZD, and this will be a buy interest for me now. Let's see how that react, because here we have 236, and if we draw let's say if it come down from here, then we have 61 fib. We have 61 fib over here. So there are so many confluences to take a buy trade over here, and if it goes up to 60 fib and it comes down, then this is the zone of from 2.05349 to this is, then my zone of interest will remain this. 2.05. If it comes down from here, then this is the zone of interest. If it comes down from here, then this will be the zone of interest for me. So let's see where if it goes there or then it comes from, but the probability is very less that it will come down to, because if you see from 10th of October, it is just going up. So up, some corrections, some profit taking on Monday, then it is going up. So the probability tomorrow we might see, because Monday we have selling of the previous week, then Tuesday buying, Wednesday buying, Thursday buying, Thursday we have some profit taking, Friday buying. So we might see on Monday some pullback, because it's a profit taking time. So someone is buying or institutions are buying for all week, so they may take some profit on Monday or Tuesday. So on Monday and Tuesday we might see some pullback at GBPNZD. Let's see what happened. Then GBPUSD, we'll see that as well. So here we can see that the downtrend is changing. Now it's making higher high, high low, higher high, higher low. It didn't break that low. So the next interest for me on the higher side is this 50 pip and 1.94115, and if it comes from here we can see take a profit target of approx, no, it's just too much. So we may see like 50-60 pips, not much. I don't wait for 100 pips. So I'll take trade over here at 1.93859, and it's a big move. It's a big move. So from here or from here, we'll see if it goes there. It's a 227. So it's safe. At the downside, my interest is still remain at, because here we have 200 EMA, near 200 EMA, and this is again a zone where I can see a buy position. So if you see in any pair, you will get a good trade, 1 or 2 good trade in a week, not much, and I don't expect much more than that. So let's see what happens in GBP pairs. Thank you guys.